Hi children, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to see our new chapter, 8th one, comparing quantities. What is that? Our new chapter, comparing quantities. What do you know about regarding comparing quantities? What did you see in the previous year? Comparison of two things, two measures, based on that ratio, percentage, then simple interest, like that and all you have seen. Okay, that we are going to continue here. Just I am recalling what you have seen in the last year. Okay, comparing quantities. Actually, what is mean by the word comparing? Comparing means comparison of two objects, two things, two measures. Okay, whatever may be. Here mathematically comparing quantities means we are going to measure two things. Okay, we are going to compare two measures. Okay, the comparing quantities can be done in two ways. Usually the comparison can be done in two ways. One thing, comparison by division method. What is that? Comparison by division method. Another one is comparison by subtraction method. Comparison by subtraction, that is well known one, you know well. Okay, what is that? For example, Rekha got 40 marks in last maths test. Geeta got 20 marks. So whose score was here greater means Rekha only. Rekha scored 40 marks. Geeta scored 20 marks. So what is the difference between both? 20 marks. So who got more marks means Rekha. How much greater? 20 marks. Rekha scored 20 marks extra than that next girl, Geeta. Okay, this is comparison by subtraction. Comparison by subtraction. Here we know what is the difference between the two things. Okay, accurately we can guess. Accurately we can find the answer. But in the second method, what I told, comparison by division. Comparison by division. Here we can compare, but accurately we can't get the answer. That means comparing by subtraction based, here we can't get accurately. Suppose here 40 marks, here 20 marks means in comparison by division, how you can tell 40 by 20, Rekha by Geeta. That means 40 by 20, nothing but what comes? Comparing Geeta, here 2 times extra. In which part? Rekha's side. Like that you can tell. 2 times. Here 20 marks, there 40 marks. If you simplify, what comes? 2 by 1. Yes or no? So comparing Geeta's marks, Rekha marks was 2 times greater. So times, number of times you will tell here. Here in this basis only you can give the answer. Comparison by division method, we can't get the difference accurately. Instead telling the answer directly, we will use the word number of times. Okay, how many times it represents. In this basis we will see comparison by division. Okay, this method is called ratio. This method is called ratio. Comparison by division is nothing but ratio. Okay, again I am telling, there are two methods for comparing quantities. One is comparison by subtraction method. Another one is comparison by division method. Comparison by subtraction wise, you can get the answer directly. Here also possible only, but not accurate answer. Here instead getting direct answer, you will get the answer in which way? In terms of how many times, number of times based. For example, again I am telling, Rekha 40 marks means Geeta 20 marks. In comparison by division, how do you tell? Comparing Geeta's marks, Rekha scored 2 times greater. Times, number of times. Okay, this method is called ratio. See what is ratio means? The method of comparing quantities by division method, representing the word number of times is called ratio. It can be expressed in the simplest form. What is ratio? Ratio is the method of comparing the quantities by division method, representing the term number of times. Okay, it's called ratio. Ratio symbol means this way. Ratio symbol is like this. Okay, it has no unit. it can be expressed in simplest form. It can be expressed in simplest form. Okay, this and all you have seen in the last year. Okay, based on that, now we are going to see exercise sums 8.1 and 8.2. In 8.1, all are familiar sums only, that we will see now. Okay, in exercise 8.1, first section, what they given, find the ratio of the following. Find the ratio of the following. First question, the speed of a cycle is 15 km per hour to the speed of the scooter 30 km per hour. Okay, speed of a cycle 15 km per hour to speed of the scooter 30 km per hour. Here what they are telling us, find the ratio. Already I told the ratio has no unit, so here unit will not come. Also it can be expressed in simplest form. Okay, so first question, speed of the cycle to scooter. Cycle level they given, speed given 15 km per hour. Scooter speed is 30 km per hour. That ratio we have to find out. So ratio means what I told, a comparison by division, no? So we can write that 15 km by 30 km. Okay, no unit, no, so this to be cancelled. 15 and 30 is divided by 15 only. So 115 is 15, 2 15s are 30, 1 by 2, simplest form. That can be written in this ratio wise 1:2. Clear, children? What is the question? Find the ratio of the following. There are 3 questions. I have done here 2. First question, find the ratio of the speed of the cycle to scooter. Cycle speed is 15 km per hour. Scooter speed is 30 km per hour. Okay, here units are same only. Okay, that we have to cancel because beginning of the class itself I told ratio has no unit. It can be expressed in simplest form. The symbol is like this. Okay, is to, how do you read it? Is to. Okay, 15 by 30, nothing but 1 by 2. So 1:2. Understood? Second question, find the ratio of 5 meter to 10 kilometer. 5 meter to 10 kilometer. See here, kilometer per hour, both have same. But if you watch here, one is meter, another one is kilometer. So that to be, before going to find the ratio of any numbers, you have to simply convert the units into same. Convert the different units into same unit. So 5 meter to 10 kilometer. No, so 5 by 10. Meter, what is the link between meter and kilometer? You know well, 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. So 5 meter by 10, that kilometer, how I changed it? Because ratio procedure both must be same. The units must be same. Okay, so that I converted kilometer into meter. We know the link between both. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. So meter cancel. 5 and 10 both are multiples of 5. So answer will come 1 by 2. 2 into 1000, 2000. So that simplest form only. So what is that ratio? That can be written in the ratio form 1:2000. Okay, the ratio of 5 meter to 10 kilometer is 1:2000. Understood? So like this, one more question is there, you try. Second section, if you see, convert the following ratios to percentage. What is that? Convert the following ratios to percentage. Here in the question, ratio is given. They are telling us to convert into percentage. So ratio to percentage. Percentage, you know well, the fraction to be compared to 100. The fraction having the denominator of a fraction having 100 is called percentage. What I want to tell, simply want to tell means it to be converted into 100. Okay, percent, cent nothing but 100. Okay, so how to convert percentage, ratio to percentage means 3:4. Nothing but, given question is here 3:4 pa. So I have taken that in fractional form, nothing but division. Okay, 3:4 can be written as 3/4 percentage. So to be multiplied by 100, sorry. So 3/4 into 100. If you simplify, 1 4 is 4, 25 fours are 100, no? So which is remainder? 3 into 25. 3 25s are 75%. So how to convert ratio to percentage means by multiplying by 100. Okay. Next, one more question is there. You try. Third question. 72% of 25 students are interested in mathematics. What is given pa? 72% of 72% of 25 students are interested in mathematics. How many are not interested in mathematics? This is the question. So total strength is 25. Among the 25, 72% of them liked maths. This is the given matter. What they are asking, how many are not interested in mathematics? This we have to find out. How to do? So percentage wise, if they ask the answer, immediately we can subtract until, yeah, percentage means 100. Among 100%, 72 liked, that means interested in maths. How many percentage of the students not liked, not interested in maths means we can subtract 100 minus 72 is equal to 28%. Okay, percentage wise only if they ask the answer, yeah, like 1 mark level, you can subtract that given percentage 72 from 100. What answer will come? 28%. So from this you can tell 72% of the students liked maths, remaining 28% of them not liked maths. Like that you can finish. But here they are asking how many are nothing but how many students are not interested in maths. Like that they are asking. So first of all we have to find the number wise how many students liked maths. Okay, given clue, percentage wise given, that to be converted into number. Okay, so how comes? The given total strength is 25. So in a class there are 25 students. Among the 25 students, 72% of the students liked in maths. So what I wrote? Percentage of interested strength in maths is 72%. That means what is the strength of interested? That we have to find out, no? So interested strength equal to percentage means 72% per 100, 72 members liked maths. That means our given value is here 25. So into 25, how much will come? So 72% of 25. 72% of 25. What comes? 72 by 100 into 25. If you simplify 25 and 100 multiples of 4, no, sorry, 25. Directly we can cancel. 125 is 25. 4 25s are 100. Remaining if you see here 72, here 4. So 1 4 is 4. 18 4s are 72. So 18 students among 25's total strength, 18 students are interested in maths. That is 72% level. Okay, that means remaining, what is the question? How many are not interested in maths? That we have to find out now. So interested strength, just now we found 18. That means percentage of not interested means 100 minus 72 equal to 28. Percentage wise not interested strength is 28. Number wise, so not interested strength, nothing but students are not interested. Number of students not interested in maths means from the total 25, if you subtract interested strength 18, you will get answer 7. That 7 is here. Now students not interested in maths. Understood, children? What is given? What we have done? In the class there are 25 students. Among that 72% of the students are liked maths. That means they are asking how many students are not interested in maths. So what to do? First of all we have to find 72% of 25 how much. That time our answer is 18. Okay, if you subtract 18 from 25 you will get the answer 7. The 7 is the students those who are not interested in maths. Understood? Okay, fourth question. A football team 10 matches out of the total number of matches they played. What is the fourth question, pa? A football team won 10 matches out of the total number of matches they played. If their win percentage was 40, if the win percentage was 40, then how many matches did they play in all? What is given? A football team won 10 matches. Total among the out of the total number of matches they played, but they didn't give total number of matches. Some matches they played, in the they win 10 matches. The 10 matches they given in percentage wise 40. So the 10 matches equal to 40% out of total matches. 40% of the matches they win. That means what is the total? This is the question. Then how many matches did they play in all? So what we have to find out? The total number of matches we have to find out. See, fourth question pa. The football team won 10 matches. So we don't know here total number of matches. That only we have to find out. So let the total matches be. Let the total matches be X. Okay. Number of matches win. That is 10. This is given in percentage level. Win percentage. Win percentage is 40. That means 40% of the total matches is 10. That means what is the total match? So what to do? So we don't know the total matches. So we considered that as X. So how do you write here? 40% of the total matches X is equal to 10. Clear? Winning percentage is 40. Number of matches they won is 10. So both are equal, no? So among the X matches they win 10. That is equal to 40%. So how I wrote step here? 40% of total matches equal to 10. Okay. So what is the total matches? We have to find out. So 40%, nothing but 40 by 100 into X is equal to 10. So if you want X, you can be reciprocal this fraction to that side. So 10 into, how goes 40 by 100? Goes to reciprocally while shifting opposite direction, 100 by 40. 100 by 40. So if you simplify, okay, 1 4 is 4, 25. 25 4s are 100. 1 10 is 10, 4 10s are 40. 1 4 is 4, 25 4s are 100. So 25. So total matches are 25 here. 25 total matches are 25. In that they won 10 matches. The 10 matches they given in percentage wise 40. Okay. So like this only pa. What I did, I considered the total matches as X. Winning percentage is 40, number wise 10. So how steps are coming here? 40% of the total matches is equal to 10. So 40 by 100 into X equal to 10. So if you want X, this to be reciprocal to while shifting opposite direction, at the time our answer is 25. Okay. See, fifth question. If Kamali had 600 rupees left after spending 75% of her money. If Kamali had 600 rupees left after spending 75% of her money, how much did she have in the beginning? What is the question, pa? Fifth one. If Kamali had 600 rupees left after spending 75% of her money, some amount she spent. Spending amount they given in percentage 75. Okay, 70% of her money she spent. After that remaining she had 600 rupees. That means percentage wise, just guess, 75% is spent means the remaining what she had, that is equal to 25%. Clear? So how much did she have in the beginning? So what is the total amount, what amount she had in the beginning? This is the question. So what to do? Copy down in your classwork neatly, pa. See, fifth question. Total amount we don't know. So let the total amount be X. We don't know what she had in the beginning. She spent 75% of her money. Okay, the remaining 75% she spent means how much she has in percentage wise? 25. We know that is equal to 100. She had 600 rupees. That is equal to 25%. Clear? We know well. 75% she spent. So which she had remainder? 600 rupees. Amount wise 600, percentage wise 100 minus 75, 25 she has. So from this how do you get the total value? So we can write 25% of the total amount X is 600 rupees. Therefore, what is the total amount? So 75 by 100 into X is equal to 600. Clear? X want means like this only, to be reciprocal the opposite direction. At the time how it goes? To be shifted this term to opposite direction, at the time it goes reciprocally. So X equal to 600 rupees into 25 by 100 can be written here 100 by 25. Simplify. 5 5s are 25. 12 5s are 60 with 1 0. 125s are 600. 5 5s are 25. Again, 1 5 is 5. 2 5s are 10. Remainder 2, nothing but 20. So 4 5s are 20 comes. Clear? 24 5s are 120. Now which is remainder? 24 into 100. Nothing but 2400 rupees. So her total value, already in the beginning she had amount 2400 rupees. Out of this she had spent 75% of level. Remaining how much she had means 600 rupees. So that we can mention in percentage wise 25. So that I made a step like this. 25% of her total salary is 600. That means her salary is, that means she had amount is like this, 600 into 100 by 25. If you simplify, 2400 is coming. Clear, children? So one more question is there. In this way you have to try. Okay. Next we are going to see exercise 8.2. See, in exercise 8.2 we are going to see other topics. What are that? That also familiar only. Profit, loss, profit percentage, loss percentage, then discount. Okay, discount is new thing for you. In the 7th standard you have learnt profit, loss, profit percentage, loss percentage. Based on that, increase percentage, decrease percentage, simple interest, that and all you have seen. Here based on that we are going to continue little bit extra. Marked price, that means discount we are going to see. Discount, sales tax, VAT, value added tax, GST. The based few more topic newly we are going to see in exercise 8.2. Clear? What are that? See, profit, loss, discount. Mainly this we are going to see here. Sales tax, VAT, this and all new thing. Okay, we are going to see. Related this, some formula you have learnt in last year. Yes or no? That we are going to see now one time. Okay, what are the formula you have learnt in 7th standard part? See, what are the formula you have seen in the last year? Profit based, profit loss based, what we know? Profit equal to selling price minus CP. What is SP here? Selling price minus CP. Selling price nothing but sold price. We are selling some object to others. Okay, that cost is called selling price. Cost price means nothing but buying price. We purchased some items from the shop. No, that is called cost price. Okay, when do you get profit? If your SP is greater than your CP, you will get profit. For example, you are buying one object for 10 rupees. Okay, you are selling that to 20 rupees. So you spent your amount 10 rupees only. While selling that, you are getting extra 10 rupees. That extra 10 rupees called profit or gain. Clear? So selling, when will you get profit means your SP is greater than CP. Yes or no? Your selling price must be greater than CP, cost price. That time only you will get the profit. Okay. So what is the formula? Profit equal to SP minus CP. SP means selling price, CP means cost price. From this, profit given, CP given. How do you find SP? If you want to find SP, the CP to be shifted to this side. No, at the time how comes? Profit plus CP. Okay, SP want means profit is given pa, CP is given. You want to find at the time SP. What is the formula? SP equal to CP plus profit. CP plus profit. Suppose SP is given, profit is given. You have to find the CP means what to do? CP equal to SP minus profit. CP equal to SP minus profit. Okay, then profit percentage also you have learnt in the last year. What is that formula? Profit amount by cost price. Here that cost price, based on the cost price only you can guess how much is profit. Okay, so here you have to consider cost price as the base. So profit amount by cost price into 100%. How do you find the profit percentage? Profit amount by cost price into 100. Okay, this is profit based. See, again I am telling profit or gain. That means labam. Okay, profit equal to selling price minus cost price. Profit is given, CP is given. You want to find the SP means both to be added. CP plus profit. Okay, CP only want when SP and profit given time. How do you find the CP? CP equal to SP minus profit. SP minus profit. Profit percentage means profit by CP into 100. Okay, based on that loss. Next, you know, when do you get loss? Your CP is greater than your SP. When do you get loss? Your CP is greater than SP, you will get loss. Okay, so loss equal to CP minus SP. Loss. CP, cost price minus selling price. Cost price minus selling price. Okay, at the time CP is given, loss is given. How do you find SP means? You have to subtract both. SP equal to CP minus loss. SP, loss given, CP given. They are asking SP to find. What is the formula? Both to be subtracted. So SP equal to CP minus loss. Okay, CP want means both to be added. CP equal to SP plus loss. SP plus loss. Just by shifting the term from here to there. Easily from this is the main. From this you can get these two formulae. Okay, then loss percentage in the sense loss by cost price into 100. Loss by cost price into 100. Okay, up to this you have seen last year. Up to this you have seen last year. Now we are going to see newly discount, marked price, list price, sales price, that and all. Okay, what is a discount? Nothing but reduction amount on the sales price. What is discount for? You are going to shop for purchasing some item. Okay, there will be marked some amount on the dress, but they will tell for 10% discount for this. That means actually what is discount? Discount is the reduction amount on the sales price of object of the particular item. Clear? Okay, that to be reduced, that amount, the percentage of amount to be reduced on the sales price. After that only we will give the amount. Okay, so selling price, that means sales price. Sorry, you are going to purchase one saree for Diwali. What to do? There is some amount marked on the saree, that is called marked price or list price. Marked price or list price. They told 20% discount. Okay, what to do? How much amount you will give to the shopkeeper after purchasing? After reducing the discount amount from which? From the marked price on the saree. Clear? So the remaining amount only you are going to give, that is called sales price. That means purchased amount. Okay, so sales price equal to marked price minus discount. Discount, again I am telling part, discount is the reduction value, reduced value on the sale list price of the particular object. Clear? So sales price equal to marked price, nothing but list price, listed. Okay, marked price minus discount amount, only sales. Discount percentage, how do you find it? The discount is mentioned based on the marked price only, no. So that to be considered as the base. So discount percentage equal to discount amount by marked price into 100%. Clear? Discount amount, sorry, discount percentage is equal to discount amount by marked price into 100%. This topic we are going to see newly in exercise 8.2. This and already you know well. Okay, not only this, some more new words are coming here. See, some new words you are going to see in this topic. What are that? Overhead charges, value added tax, nothing but VAT, sales tax, ST, goods and service tax, GST. Okay, these things you are going to see newly in exercise 8.2. Okay, what is overhead charges? Overhead charges means, for example, you are buying one refrigerator from the shop. How to carry that? We can't carry that by hand. So you will fix some auto or some other vehicle to carrying to our home. So for fixing the transport, you will fix some amount. That is extra amount. No, actually purchased cost of the TV refrigerator, one amount will come. For carrying that object to home, you will fix some auto, no, for delivering that. That charges called here overhead charges. What is that part? That auto amount, that vehicle amount, you are fixing that. That is called overhead charges. That also will be added with your cost price of that refrigerator only. Okay, that overhead charges will come with your cost price. With your cost price. So this is overhead charges. Next thing, value added tax. Value added tax, VAT. This is government fixed. You are going to purchase some item in the shop. Okay, that shopkeeper will put some more value based on that object with that object. Okay, that extra value is called value added tax. That shopkeeper collect amount from the customer and is given to hand over to the government. This amount goes to government. Okay, value added tax, this is included with our object. Okay, not only for each and every object they will put some amount. Okay, value added tax, that shopkeeper will collect that value, some according to the listed price. Based on some percentage, they will put extra value. That value to be collected by the shopkeeper from the customer. Okay, and hand over to government. That is called value added tax. This value will come with our sales price. That means purchased. It also comes with the cost price only. Simply, if you want to tell VAT amount. Okay, value added tax. Next thing, sales tax. This also. Sales tax, this also included with the object purchased cost. This also to be paid by the customer to the shopkeeper. Clear? Okay. Then goods and service tax. Goods and service tax. You know well, recently 2017 July 1 only government announced this GST, goods and service tax. Okay. This also to be collected. This amount also to be collected by the customer. Sorry, by the shopkeeper from the customer. Okay, so these things, value added tax, VAT, sales tax, goods and service tax, GST, this to be added with the sales price. Okay, we have to pay the amount for buying any item, okay, to the shopkeeper. Understood? Now based on this, we are going to see exercise 8.2 sums. See, in 8.2 first question, a man got 10% increase in his salary. A man got a 10% increase in his salary. If his new salary is 1,54,000, find his original salary. Actually, what is given for? He has some amount. We don't know the person's original salary. Okay, that is missing. That only we have to find out. What is clue given here? 10% increase in his salary, that new amount is 1,54,000. The increased percentage is 10. That salary, that time the new amount, new credited 1,54,000. That means what is this original salary? This is the question. So how do you find it? So we don't know that original salary, no? So we will assume that the original salary be X. First question, so let the original salary be X. Okay, original salary be X, increased salary, percentage of increased salary, percentage of increased salary. How much? 10%. Okay, that means what is increased amount? Percentage wise only they told increased salary is 10%. Appo 10% is considered with the original, based on the original salary. Sorry, with the original salary 10% increased. That means increased amount means how comes? Increased amount. Increased amount is 10% of the original salary. So 10% of X. So 10% of X how comes? 10 by 100. Percentage. So 10 by 100 into X, 10x by 100. If you simplify, 110 is 10, 10 tens are 100. So X by 10, increased level in this original salary is X by 10. That original salary we consider as X. At time they mentioned a new salary, no? So new salary how comes? Therefore, new salary is already old salary, original salary we don't know. So X plus increased level 10%. Amount wise X by 10. 10% of his original salary. If you simplify, coming as X by 10. So original salary plus increased salary, that is equal to his new salary. What is given in the question? Rupees 1,54,000. Okay, we made a step. In this we have to find the original salary. So how do you write? Simplify. X plus X by 10. Mixed fraction, no? If you simplify to improper, how comes? 10 into X, 10x. 10x plus 1x, 11x. 11x by 10. Clear? 10 into X, 10x plus 1x. 11x by 10 is equal to rupees 1,54,000. Okay, then how comes X want means x equal to this to be reciprocal to that side. So 1,54,000 into 11 by 10 goes to 10 by 11. 10 by 11. Simplify. 111 is 11. In 15, 111 is 11. Remainder 4, 44. 4 11s are 44. So 14. 111 is 11. 14 11s are 154. 14 into 1000. Okay, 14,000 will come. With that, one more 10. So 1 lakh, 4 zeros, no? So 1,40,000. Original salary is 1,40,000 per. See what is given, what we did. His here 10% of level increased in his salary. That means new salary is 1,54,000. That means find his original salary. This is the question. For that, what we have taken, we assumed original salary as X. Percentage of increased salary is 10%. That means increased amount we have to mention, no? So 10% of original salary, nothing but X by 10 after simplification. So new salary they mentioned as 1,54,000. How comes new salary? Old salary plus extra new salary, increased salary is equal to this much. So if you simplify 10 into x, 10x plus 1x, 11x by 10 is equal to this one. Therefore x what means this to be reciprocal. So if you simplify, you are getting the answer 1,40,000. So this is his original salary. Understood? Then second question, on Sunday 845 people went to the zoo. On Sunday, 845 people went to the zoo. On Monday, only just 169 people went. What is the percentage decrease? Decreased percentage they are asking. What percentage of decrease in the people visiting the zoo on Monday? See ma, again I am telling. On Sunday, 845 people went to the zoo. Sunday strength to the zoo, 845. On Monday, only 169 people went. What is the percentage decrease in the people visiting the zoo on Monday? So, decreased percentage they are asking here. So, visiting strength, visited strength on Monday, sorry, Sunday is equal to 845. Okay, Monday, on Monday just 169. So they are asking decreased percentage. So first of all we have to find a decreased strength, no? Comparing Sunday, Monday 169 only went. So here reduced only. That the strength we have to find. Decreased strength in 2 days. So what to do? Decreased, nothing but here difference between both. If you subtract, what comes? 845 minus 169. What comes? 15 minus 9, 6, 3, 13 minus 6, 7, 7 minus 1, 6, 676 will come. Yes or no? Difference between 845 and 169 is 676. That percentage we have to find. Therefore, percentage of decreased strength on Monday. Decreased percentage. Decreased percentages. The 676 is the strength of decrease based on the Sunday strength. No, so here this is the base. So out of 845 people, decreased strength is 676. That means out of 100, how much will come? This is our point. Clear? Based on the Sunday strength, decreased strength is 676 per. Percentage one means we have to multiply by 100. So how come steps here? 676 by 845 into 100. Okay, if you simplify, by which table? 1 8 is no, by which table? By fifth table means here 1 5 is 5, remainder 3 34, 6 5s are 30, remainder 4 will come, 9 5s are 45, 169 5s are 845. Here 2 5s are 10, 20 5s are 100. Again, by which we can cancel this? 113 is 13, 113 is 13, remainder 3 will come, 39, 3 13s are, by 13th table you can cancel 169, 13 13s are 169. Here how much? 5 times, 5 13s are 65, remainder 2 26, 2 13s are 26, so 52 13s are 676. Again 113 is 13, 4 13s are 52, 4 into 20 80%. Sima, what is given? What we did? Visited strength on Sunday, Monday given here. Sunday visited strength is 845, Monday 169. Comparing Sunday strength, Monday strength is reduced more. So the decreased strength we have to find first of all. So difference between both is 676. Then that percentage, decreased percentage means based on the Sunday strength only. So 676 by 845 into 100. If you simplify by 13th table and 5th table, your answer become 80% at last. Clear? Then third question. A shopkeeper buys 80 articles for 2,400 rupees. A shopkeeper buys 80 articles for 2,400 rupees and sells them for a profit of 16%. Find the selling price of one article. What is the question, Pa? A shopkeeper buys 80 articles for 2,400 rupees. 80 items that shopkeeper purchased. For how much? For 2,400 rupees and sells them for a profit of, selling price they didn't give, but that selling level they mentioned in percentage as a profit, and sells them for a profit of 16%. So profit percentage is given, cost price is given. From that they are asking selling price. Selling price of 80 articles they didn't ask. Selling price of one article they are asking. So what to do? First of all, what is given? Cost price of 80 articles. Then profit percentage is given. From that profit percentage given. So immediately what to do? Profit percentage given means we have to find profit amount. Profit amount, how to find it? First of all we have to find it, and then selling price of 80 articles, after that selling price of one article. What I am going to do here? Actually what is given, what we have to find it? Shopkeeper purchased 80 articles for 2,400 rupees. So what is 2,400 rupees? That is the cost price of 80 articles. He sold it to others. At what rate? For the profit percentage 16. That means they are asking here selling price of one article. So step by step we have to come. So profit percentage based profit amount we have to find it. Profit amount knowing after SP of 80 articles we have to find, and then SP of one article. See slowly how we are going to see step by step. Just watch. See. So cost price of 80 articles equal to 2,400. Okay. Profit percentage of 80 articles. Okay. 16%. That means profit amount we have to find now. Therefore profit amount equal to, see 16 percentage means 16 what is this meaning? Per 100 16 rupees profit. That means out of 2400 how much profit? That we have to find out. So 16 percentage of 2400. What comes? 16 by 100 into 2400. By 100 is 100, 2400s are 2400. 16 into 24, 384. So profit amount is 384. 16 into 24. If you multiply, you will get 384. Okay. Then profit amount we found. Actually, profit when will you get? Your SP is greater than CP only, you will get profit amount. Profit equal to SP minus CP. Here CP given, profit also given. How do you find SP? SP want means the CP to be added with the profit. In the beginning of the class, we just to see the formula, you know. When profit and CP given, how do you find SP? If you add both, you will get this. SP want means you have to add the CP with the profit. So SP equal to SP of 80 articles. So SP of 80 articles is equal to profit plus CP. CP plus profit. CP is 2400, no? Plus profit just now we found 384. Add 2400 plus 384. 0 plus 4, 4. 0 plus 8, 8. 4 plus 3, 7, 2. 2784 is SP of 80 articles. Is this needed? No, they are asking us to find a SP of one article. So by unitary method, what to do? 80 articles, SP is this much in the sense. What is one article? SP. So SP of one article is equal to 2784 divided by 80. By fourth table, if you try, 2 4s are 8, 0, 24s are 80, 6 4s are 24, remainder 3, 38, 9 4s are 36, remainder 2 will come 24, 6 4s are 24. Again, by fourth table, 5 4s are 20, 1 4 is 4, remainder 2, 29, 7 4s are 28, remainder 1, 16, 4 4s are 16. By 5, 1 5 is 5, here 17, 3 5s are 15, remainder 2, 24, 4 5s are 20, remainder 4 is coming. If you keep decimal wise 0, 40, 8 5s are 40. That means SP of one article is 34 rupees 80 paise. Like that will come. 34 rupees 80 paise. What is given? What I did pa? See here given cost price of 80 articles is 2400. Profit percentage of 80 articles is 16%. Up to this given. So what we have to do for finding SP of one article? First of all, we have to find a profit amount, percentage wise given pa, that to be converted into amount. So 16% of 2.4. What comes? 384 rupees. When do you get profit? While your SP is greater than CP. So SP here, profit no, you know. CP also you know. So using them, how to find SP? If you add both, you will get that SP. So SP of 80 articles equal to CP plus profit, nothing but 2784. Therefore, SP of one article, so this divided by that, 2784 divided by 80, nothing but 34 rupees 80 paise. Understood? Okay, there are 11 questions per few I am trying, the remaining you have to try. Okay, see next fifth question. A VCR 4 third only we did the fourth one, that also easy only. The cost of an article was for 15,500. For 450 were spent on its repairs. Repairs nothing but overhead charges. No, already I told. The cost of an article, cost price of the object is 15,500. 450 rupees were spent on its repairs. Repairs where will come? That also will fall in cost price category only. So nothing but overhead charges. So overhead charges is given here. So that means final cost price means you have to add both. The cost of the object plus overhead charges is equal to final CP. Okay. If it's sold at a profit of 15%, find the selling price of the article. Find the selling price of the article. Okay. Just to try, easiest only, like this only. Here also cost price given, profit percentage given, SP they are asking based on third question only. Third question directly cost price given. Here overhead charges also given. Overhead charges nothing different, that to be added with the cost of the item. So after adding the overhead charges, that means repairing amount to be added with the cost of the item and then find that SP. Same as third question, just to try. Okay, next fifth one. A VCR and a TV were bought for rupees 8,000 each. Two items you are going to purchase for. One is VCR. VCR nothing but video recorder, video cast recorder. Okay, and the TV were bought for rupees 8,000 each. The shopkeeper made a loss of 4% on the VCR and a profit of 8% on the TV. Find the gain or loss percentage on the whole transaction. Two items you are buying. The shopkeeper purchased two items, each cost is 8,000 rupees level. One is VCR, another one is TV. Both cost is, this is 8,000, this is also 8,000. Again that shopkeeper by selling to other person. At the time that shopkeeper made a loss of 4% on the VCR and a profit of 8% on the TV. By selling two items, in one item based he got loss 4%, another one wise a profit 8%. Find the gain or loss percentage on the whole transaction. Overall what he got, whether gain or loss percentage. Okay. What to do? First of all, that profit percentage to be converted into profit amount. Then loss percentage means loss amount we have to find it. Then SP of both. After that comparison of SP and CP overall we have to check. Then only we conclude whether he got loss or gain. Okay. So fifth question. VCR, the cost price CP of VCR, how much? 8,000 rupees. While selling this VCR, he got loss percentage 4. So loss percentage is equal to 4%. That means loss amount you have to find now. So loss amount how much will come? Loss amount equal to 4% of 8,000. So 4 by 100 into 8,000. 4 8s are 32. 320 rupees he lost. That means his selling price. Therefore selling price how comes? 8,000 cost price. Loss 320 means what is this SP? When will you get loss? Your CP is greater than SP only you will get loss. Yes or no? Loss equal to CP minus SP. So loss is 320 in the sense what is SP will come? This to be subtracted. CP minus loss. That means CP minus loss. 8,000 rupees minus 320 rupees. What comes? 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 2, that means 10, 10 minus 2, 8, here 9, 9 minus 3, 6, remainder 7, 7,680 rupees. He purchased VCR for 8,000, sold for 7,680. At the time his loss is 320. Clear? Okay, then first part over. Then CP of TV, this also same cost only, 8,000 rupees. Okay, here he got profit. Profit percentage is 8. That means what is his profit amount? Profit amount equal to 8% of 2,400. Nothing but 8 by 100 into 2,400. If you simplify it, 8 into 24, what comes? 2,400. Sorry, 8% of 8,000. 8 8s are 64. 640 rupees he got profit while selling this TV. So that means his SP profit, when will you get? Your SP is greater than CP. So this to be added. SP equal to CP plus profit. So 8,000 rupees plus profit 640 rupees is equal to his SP 8,640 rupees. 8,640 rupees. Now VCR selling price is 7,680. TV SP is 8,640. So now overall SP, overall CP, both to be compared, then only we come to conclusion. Clear? So overall CP what comes? Both 8,000. That means 8,000 plus 8,000, 16,000 will come. So overall, therefore, overall CP 8,000 plus 8,000 is equal to 16,000. Now overall overall SP, this is 7,680, this is 8,640 rupees. Added 0 plus 0, 0, 8 plus 4, 12, remainder 1, 7 plus 6, 13, remainder 1, 8, 8 plus 8, 16, 16,320 rupees, 16,320 rupees. So comparing CP, SP is greater. So SP greater means gain only he will get. Therefore overall what is the question? What he get at last, whether gain or loss percentage. So gain percentage only. Gain is here. That means profit is here. SP minus CP. 16,320 minus 16,000. That means what comes? 3 rupees minus 16,000 is equal to 320 rupees. Gain amount is here 320 rupees. What is this percentage? Therefore profit percentage is equal to profit amount by CP 16,000 into 100%. Okay. So 116 is 16, 2 16s are 30, 32. So gain percentage is 2. That's all. So what we did, two items purchased cost is mentioned as 8,000, 8,000. While selling them, one item based he got loss 4%. So we have to find the loss amount and then SP of that item. Then another selling item we have to find out. At that time profit percentage is 8% given here. So from this profit amount we have to find using profit amount SP of the second item we have to find. Then overall CP how much? Overall SP how much? Compare both, which is greater, based on which will come. SP greater means profit will come. CP greater means loss will come. Here in this question SP only more. So gain is 320 rupees. Therefore gain percentage overall finally while selling the two items the shopkeeper got 2% profit only. Understood? Okay, based on this question only, 7th question also you try. Okay, the last question, copy this neatly in your classwork. See, 10th question I am doing. I purchased a hair dryer for 5,400 rupees. If I purchased a hair dryer for 5,400 rupees including 8% VAT. Find the price before VAT was added. Actually VAT, nothing but value added tax. That tax will come on the sales price of the particular item only. So what is given here? I purchased a hair dryer for 5,400 rupees including 8% of VAT. That means find the price before VAT was added. Before VAT included, what was the cost of the item? That we have to find out. Okay. See, 10th question. SP of the hair dryer, SP of the item. Okay, what is given? 5,400 rupees. VAT percentage is 8. That means amount of VAT. Amount of VAT we have to find now. So what comes? So 8% of 5,000 here, that means SP we don't know. SP of the item 500, included VAT amount only this 500 was. See, listen question again. I purchased a hair dryer for 5,400 including 8% VAT. This is not the item cost only. It is included the VAT amount also. So without VAT amount only we have to find the cost of the item. Okay, that means we don't know that list price of the item. Actually, how comes this SP? List price, nothing but marked price of the particular object. Okay, marked price plus VAT amount is equal to sales price. Clear? Marked price, nothing but list price. List price plus VAT amount is equal to sales price. This amount only we mentioned here. Sales price of the item is 5,400 rupees. It is included VAT also. VAT is mentioned in percentage wise only. We don't know this money, this amount to be reduced from this. Then only we will find this. So marked price we don't know. No? So we assume that marked price as X. So let the marked price, that means list price, marked price equal to X. Let the marked price be X. The sales price, how comes? Marked price plus VAT is equal to sales price. For marked price I considered as X. This VAT is mentioned in percentage wise. Amount means how comes? 8% of that marked price X is equal to sales price, nothing but 5,400. Okay, so X plus 8 by 100, percentage no, 8 by 100 into X is equal to 5,400. So simplify this. X plus 8X by 100 is equal to 5,400 rupees. That means how comes? Mixed fraction, 100 into X, 100X, 100X plus 8X, 108X by 100 is equal to 5,400. Okay, therefore X what means 5,400 into, to be reciprocal to that side while shifting opposite direction. How comes? 100 by 108. Simplify. If you simplify by 2 table, 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10, 4 2s are 8. Here 27, 2 2s are 4, remainder 1, 14, 7 2s are 2,400. Again By third table, 1 3 is 3, remainder 2, 8 3s are 24, like that 9 3s are 27, 900. Again 2 9s are 18, 10 9s are 90, 0. Okay, again 1 2 is 2, 52s are 100, 50 into 100, 5000. So the marked price of the hair dryer is 5000. For this 5000, VAT is mentioned as 8% level. The both added time only sales price came as 5400. So without this VAT amount, what is the marked price of the hair dryer means 5000 only. So again I am telling here sales price of the item is 5400. This amount is included with the VAT level, 8% of level. So we don't know what is listed price. So marked price be considered as X. Marked price plus VAT amount is equal to sales price. So this we consider as X. X plus 8% of that marked price equal to this. So if you simplify, 108x by 100 equal to 5400 is coming. So x what means to be simplified by shifting opposite direction reciprocally. Finally you are getting x value 5000. 5000 nothing but list price of the hair dryer. Understood or not? Like this only 9th question and 11th question also very easiest level you try. Okay, based on this worksheet also will come. Okay, thank you pa. Take practice worksheets also side by side. Thank you.